What's going on, traders? This is your boy Adrian, and I'm back with another video. And in this video, we're gonna go over the markup of gold and NAS for the week coming up. The week starting on the 29th of January, Monday, up to February 2nd, Friday. But first, I want you to smash the like button, subscribe, only if you want to, of course, and show your boy some love down in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Now, without any further ado, let's jump into this thing. Let's do it. So here we are on gold. We see that gold overall has been very bullish. We can see the flow of the market here with the impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse, right? Now the story here is that every time price came to this weekly level, price pushed down. We never got a close above this weekly level. So price right now is currently pushing back down after tapping into this level for the last couple weeks. We're pushing back down. All right. Let's jump down to the daily time frame. We see that on the daily, we have a daily resistance level right here, which now price is definitely trading below. So we are bearish on the daily with highs, lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, and price sitting around this daily support level right in here. Now, based on the daily, I'd love to see price continue down lower. That is a potential. However, I really and truly love to see price break this daily support to really signify the continuation to the downside. If we get that break and retest to the downside off of the daily, we can certainly have a stronger confirmation that price is continuing to head lower. However, let's move down to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we do have this bearish 4-hour trend line right here. The story with this trend line is that every time price came to this trend line, price shot down, right? Each and every time. Now, what I'm looking at off of this 4-hour time frame is simply this. Now, again, this is our daily zone right here. Price just tapped into the zone, didn't get a close below like we did here, for instance. And with that close below, we got a close below, pull back to retest and continuation. We never got a close below here. Now, what price is starting to do, it looks like we're starting to get some sort of bullish formation here. However, I'd love to see a bit more information being printed on the 4-hour time frame. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, again, to look for sells, we'll love to see a break and retest below this 4-hour zone. Alternatively, for buys, would love to see price break above these highs right here, break this trend line, retest, and then take a buy up to that zone here. Let's move down to the 1-hour time frame. So on the 1-hour time frame, now we do have this bearish trend line right here, which was broken. Hasn't fully been retested. I'd love to see price maybe potentially head down to this trend line right here, get a retest, and also a bounce off of this trend line right here that runs from this point. The story here is that each time price came to this trend line, it bounced up. So I'd love to see price head down to that trend line, give another bounce, and also a retest off of this trend line to give that continuation, or not that continuation, but to at least give a signal for potential buys. However, I'd feel a lot more confident with buys above this zone here, right? So if price were to push up, retest something like that, I'd love to see that, and then we can take a buy right in this zone. If price does give that retest right here, I personally wouldn't take an entry on a buy because price overall is so strong on the bearish standpoint that I wouldn't be really interested in taking a buy down in this area. However, it is a possibility that price could, give that bounce as it did here previously, because again, the story here is each time it touched the trend line, it shot up. Price could definitely do that here. But I would feel more confident in taking the buys once we get a break of these highs, retest of this trend line, a break and a retest of this high right here alongside with this trend line. That would be a strong indication of, buys back up to this zone right here. And then from there, you play by ear or play by sight, trade what you see, not what you think. So if you get another break and retest, you can take a buy up to this zone. I'd only be looking for sells if price breaks below this zone right here, right? So if price breaks below our daily zone, I'll only be interested in taking sells at that point. But from now, for me right now, this zone right here, I'll just put a little consolidation box. This zone right here is a no trade zone for me personally, right? I want to take a trade again above here or below here. All right, let's jump over to NAS. NAS on the weekly, we are definitely still bearish on NAS on the weekly time frame, right? Looking at it, we have, impulse correction continuation on the weekly. We do have some divergence on the weekly, right? And we can see that clear as day. So again, there is a potential for price to push down at this point here. Price has created new highs overall in the market, highs where it's never been previously in the past, right? So typically when NAS creates new highs, it likes to pull back. Like for instance, new highs here back in 2021, it pulls back to this weekly zone. And again, here when it broke at the start of the year, right here, it created new highs, it pulled back, right? So NAS likes to do that, create new highs and then pull back. So with that weekly divergence, we'd love to see NAS actually pull right back into this zone around this area right here to give a retest for continuation on the buys. Let's move down to the daily time frame. And again, the indication for the bearish diversion is still there, right? So as we can see that NAS, in terms of the strength or the volume, has died down at this level right up top here. Look at the size of the candle heading into this zone. We've died down. So this is a strong indication that price may potentially continue to push lower. We just have to wait to see what the market wants to do overall. But again, it's showing signs, that it slowed down at the zone and it wants to push lower. Moving down to the 4-hour time frame. Here we are on the 4-hour time frame. We do have this daily support right here that has not gotten a retest, a good retest overall. So potentially what I love to see on NAS, one of two things: off of the 4-hour zone, break retest of that zone to carry it down to the daily support level. That's more or less what I love to really and truly see, because price is due for a pullback or a retest to this zone here. So we would love to see that. But let's move down to the 1-hour time frame and see what we can pick up here. We can get rid of this. Now on the 1-hour time frame, we're definitely creating bearish structure. We got a high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So we are definitely creating bearish structure on the 1-hour time frame. Let me just bump up to the 4-hour. Also on the 4-hour as well. However, this 4-hour support is being respected. We've come here multiple times, and each time it's gotten here, we've pushed up. But again, we are starting to form some bearish structure on the 4-hour as well as the 1-hour time frame. So with that being said, I would love to see, again, the same thing: break, retest, and then carry it down. Alternatively, if we do get break of these highs, right, something like this with the trend line, we could look for buys up into this weekly zone. However, that is a little bit of a sketchy area, as we're so close to this weekly level. You don't want to buy high, you want to buy low, right? So I personally wouldn't be looking for buys right off the bat, unless we get more information throughout the week that price breaks above, retest, and then we can carry it up. But up to where, right? Price has never been up in this area before, right? So NAS is a little bit tricky. I am leaning more so to the sell side of things to start the week. If I don't take an entry on NAS, I'm going to wait for it to print more detail, give me more detail to see what it wants to do. But ultimately, that sell side is looking juicy. We'd love to see it push down again to the daily zone and see what it does and go from there, right? So that's all I got for y'all. Take with it what you want, do with it what you will, and sit back and enjoy the week. Listen, that's all I got. Like, comment, subscribe. please and thanks. Anyways, as I always say, speak truth, speak life. Your boy's out.